The ball is back with Tompkins again, and again the pressure is good, but Tompkins is running it. Tompkins! Tompkins! Sam Tompkins has taken the Catalan Dragons to Old Trafford. They thought he was going to go for the drop goal. They denied him that, but they couldn't deny him the try that settles this game.
Just a breathtaking finish. St Helens gave absolutely everything, just didn't have enough in the end, and it was all about moments missed and moments taken. The platform and the stage belongs to Catalan Dragons. What a wonderful game of rugby league we've witnessed.
Well, it was a Super League classic. Sam Tompkins breaking St Helens' hearts as Catalan won the most dramatic of playoff semi-finals last October. And now they get to do it all again. Yes, get ready for one of the games of the season so far as St Helens head to the south of France, looking for their first Super League win in Perpignan for 6 years. Both have won 5 of the opening 6 games, and top spot is the prize for the winners. There's been some weekends so far, Wigan back to winning ways after their defeat on Good Friday at the Saints. Fantastic first win for Craig Lingard and Castleford on Friday night against Salford. Hull KR looking ominous, putting 50 past London, and a big win for a depleted Warrington side away at Leeds. And on Saturday afternoon, another heavy defeat for Hull FC, the pressure mounting, Huddersfield winning by 56 points to 22. Well, at the start of the weekend, Saints and Catalan shared first and second. But now, after those wins from Warrington, Wigan and Hull KR, it's all about the victory today, confirming a win for either Saints or Catalan. They go 2 points clear at the top. Down at the bottom, London still without a win, but Castleford finally off the mark. Well, Catalan losing 4 players from their big win at Warrington through injury. Bousquet, McLaurin, Desiree and Bailey Sirenen. Eric Da Costa, though, does return at hooker, and crucially, Arthur Morg has recovered from a knock to take his place at fullback. Saints are without the suspended Matty Lees and Mark Percival, who failed a head injury assessment in that brutal Good Friday derby. Sione Matautia, a man for all seasons, slots into the centres. George Delaney starts at prop. And crucially, the influential James Bell is back after a one-match ban. (1,200 plus Saints fans in Perpignan for tonight's big game. It'll be some atmosphere in the stand, Gilbert Brutus for sure. Well, Kevin Brown, as we look forward to this game, it was second against first, but now it's all about the win and going for top spot. Matt Whitley, 5 years, of course, in Perpignan, back for the first time, playing for his hometown club. And Mike McMeekin, Catalan's own man for all seasons, back in the front row.
Yeah, and Matt Whitley, for me, so far, the Super League signing of the season. And I think Mike McMeekin's job today is to win that physical battle against the big man Alex Walmsley, who was the star of the show in the Good Friday victory against the Wigan Warriors. It's going to be an intense battle. The atmosphere is fantastic, but the atmosphere on the field is going to be vicious. And the opening sets to this game, the collisions and the physicality, I can't wait for this one, Stuart.
They're always close games, but they're always brutal affairs. We saw that amazing finale to the semi-final with Sam Tompkins' try last year. Of course, Catalan going to their second grand final in 3 years, but losing once more. Terrific support from the Saints. It's been a heck of a run for St Helens. Leeds in the Challenge Cup, Leeds in the Super League, Wigan, and then Catalan, and then Warrington in the Cup. But I guess they're the games, the big games that you want to play. And here they come, Ben Garcia, an ever-present and a one-club man leading out the Catalan Dragons. Johnny Lomax for St Helens. Can Saints win in Perpignan for the first time since 2018?
Well, I think they've got a fantastic opportunity tonight. They've been well supported by the travelling fans from St Helens, and they're stacked with some quality in there. I think the best player in the competition so far is Jack Welsby at the #1, and Arthur Morg, who plays for the Catalans Dragon. I think he's going to have a big job today to match and even get over the top of Welsby. There's so many head-to-head battles. I'm really looking forward to watching Jordan Abdul and Theo Fars replicate what they've done so far and use that kicking game to turn this big aggressive pack of St Helens around.
Yeah, Jordan Abdul has been a standout, hasn't he, on this season-long loan. Look at the atmosphere, the fireworks, the smoke, the flags, the chanting. It really is a red-hot atmosphere in Perpignan. And let's hope that it's a white-hot game for us all to enjoy. Theo Fars back in the halfbacks. He missed the game at Warrington, the former St Helens star, because of a troublesome calf. The fireworks are clearing, the smoke is clearing, and who will be the team that can clearly see their way to the finishing line?
Well, straight from the kick-off, Alex Walmsley's been put on his backside by a real physical, aggressive start from the Dragons.
Well, it's going to be that sort of start without a shadow of a doubt. Darrell Clark, an acting halfback. Here is young John Delaney, knows only one way forward, replacing the suspended Matty Lees in the front row. It was an epic semi-final, wasn't it? Which went all the way to the 80th minute. They're always close between Catalan and Saints. Harold brought down, trying to get up, play the ball quickly. It's on the last tackle. The ball will go back to Lewis Dodd, who fires it downfield. And that is a good take, an easy take for Tom Davis. As you can see, the smoke from the fireworks still clearing at the Stade Gilbert Brutus. But this is what Super League is all about in the south of France. Here is Tom Johnston as Catalan mount their first attack.
And they'll be really happy where they brought the ball back from. Because of the quality of the defence, they kept the St Helens side inside their own 40 and put fantastic kick pressure on Lewis Dodd, and that means they'll get the first shot in the half of the St Helens and try and put some points on and put some play on, but it needs to be better skill than that.
Yeah, picked up by Seguier, starting in the front row. Paul Seguier, his 80th appearance for the Catalan Dragons. Couple of tackles left in this set. Here is Mike McMeekan. What a player he's been for Catalan for the last 4 years. The Saints fans turning up the volume on the last. Da Costa finds Farge, who gets the kick away, and it's well taken by Benison. John Benison, who is keeping flyer T. Whitson out of the side. Benison very much earning his spot. He's matured, hasn't he, over the last 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, and they've lost a lot from last year, Catalan and Mitchell Pearce, and obviously Sam Tompkins' qualities, but what they have gained is a variation of a kicking game in Theo Fars, and the great kicking game, one of the best in Super League in Jordan Abdul. We saw Fars kicking that ball there, so they're going to keep Saints guessing who's going to be kicking the ball all night.
Morgan Knowles. Going through the pain barrier, picked up an arm injury against Wigan, insisting he wanted to play tonight. Played by Matt Whitley. Back again it goes to Lewis Dodd. This time goes low along the ground and picked up by Arthur Morg. Missed the last 2 games, Morg. And another player who has flourished under the leadership of Steve McNamara.
Yeah, and he's a very similar player to the old Morgan Escari, who used to play at the Catalan Dragons. You know, very, very quick and elusive, and Saints will need to keep that kick chase as it was there. Nice straight line and chasing them kicks, because if there is a dent, he'll find it.
Navarrete. Drive up to halfway. Here is Ben Garcia. We knew it was going to be a real arm wrestle in the opening stages, and so it's proved to be. McMeekan, Saints quick up in defence. Delaney there to meet him.
So difficult to put to the floor every time he carries the ball.
Da Costa, they go to Farge. On the last, again aiming for John Benison, but does well, the youngster.
Does terrific, and he'll be under pressure all night. Ikebalu rolls away there. I think he's hyperextended his elbow, so that'll be a worry for the Dragons. But once again, it's a fantastic kick and chase, and now the first time that either side gets to mount some attack on the attack with the defence.
Hurrell runs into McMeekin, but does get the offload to Darrell Clark, and here is Morgan Knowles. Good defence once more, this time from Navarrete and Seguier. Here is Walmsley. What a performance he put in. Nearly 200 metres with the ball. He was outstanding in that win over Wigan.
Yeah, I thought he was the best player on the field last week, and the big...
Sheridan gets the pass out the back door.
I think they got lucky there.
Is it a knock on? I think it may well be. It was an ill-advised play, I think you can say, from Curtis Sheridan. We thought we were going to have the battles into Sheridan, his younger brother Bailey. But he is out injured with an HIA. So Sam Tompkins looks on. There is Alex Walmsley. Yeah, terrific, wasn't he? He made such a difference in the second half against Wigan. And then you can see, yeah, well picked up by Kevin Brown. An injury to Ikevalu in that tackle against John Bennison. So treatment for him, but the first error from St Helens. 5 minutes gone. And a first real opportunity here for Catalan with the ball inside the Saints half.
Yeah, and just looking at the bench for Catalan Dragons, they'll be really hoping that Ikevalu can continue with that injury, because they are stacked with forwards tonight. And Cesar Rouget, normally he comes on for Alex Da Costa at hooker, so yeah, they'll be hoping that he can continue, because there's no backs on the bench.
Abdul and Garcia in there. Here is Tariq Sims. What a good signing he's proved to be, already making a big impact. Abdul. 6 minutes gone, 0-0. Navarrete was stopped. Here's Abdul with a great pass out, chance for... It looked an opportunity for Arthur Romero.
Well, that's great play by Jordan Abdul. He spotted that Curtis Sheridan was down in back play.
Well, what a chance. That was on the fourth tackle as well. May well have been Sheridan who was offside, shot out of the line. So a big set now for Catalan, right on that St Helens line. Saints with the best defence in Super League, but they're going to be severely tested here. Da Costa and Abdul. Here is Farge. Romano on for Johnston. Has he managed to get the ball down or not? It might be a brilliant tackle from Conrad Hurrell, or it might be a sensational try for Tom Johnston. The video referee is James Feller, and we're going to have a look now to see exactly what has happened.
Well, Tom Johnston's a special player, but if he gets this down, he's even better than I've seen before. I've seen some terrific finishes, and you know, none better than this man, but on this occasion I think the defence has just forced him out, and he's dropped the ball for me. That's a great defensive effort by Conrad Hurrell in the corner.
Well, it needed to be. We'll see it here from the reverse angle, but Hurrell barging Johnson out of play, and Johnson bouncing the ball in the act of putting it down.
And for him to get that close from where his body is, he's almost 2 metres away from the try line. That's an unbelievable effort, but defensively, Conrad Hurrell, he's got to have a massive pat on his back there, because that's not something he's renowned for. It's almost a shoulder charge there from Conrad too.
Yeah, the act of scoring, he was very close, wasn't he? When we've got two of the best finishers in Super League, two of the best finishers in World Rugby League on the field tonight in Tom Johnston and Tommy Makinson. But Conrad Hurrell has just saved St Helens there with a fantastic tackle. Johnston denied.
Johnson denied, and I think Jordan Abdul, and it was his half-back partner Theo Farge, just spotted that Curtis Sheridan is just struggling in that back row. I think it was a contact with Tariq Sims when he stayed on the floor. He got back in the line, but he's definitely not 100%, Stuart.
I'm not even sure it was a let-off for Saints. It was great defence. But as you say, if Johnson had got that down, that would have been incredible from that position. But Saints yet to have the ball.
Great carry again by the young George Delaney.
Well, they have now got the ball inside the Catalan half. Good run from dummy half from Darrell Clark, and what an impressive start he's made to his new career at St Helens. Wellesby runs across the line, but nowhere for Jack Wellesby to go, and Seguier in there. Good tackle.
Blocked there by Navarrete.
Yeah. 6 to go. A set restart. That was done really for Navarrete, because Wellesby had been brought down, hadn't he?
Yeah,
Here is Matt Whitley. Matt Whitley, who over 100 appearances for Catalan over 5 years, now back with his hometown club. Watch St Helens from the terraces at Knowsley Road. Wellesby hangs on to it. Always a danger with ball in hand, as Kevin Brown mentioned earlier. So first real opportunity here for the Saints, maybe. Knowles inside for Walmsley. There's the offload, not the best offload. Picked up on the bounce by Lewis Dodd.
Release now.
Scragged to the ground by Ikevalu. 2 left in this set. Wellesby with a little offload for Walmsley again. Walmsley always looking to release that ball. Last tackle, they go to the short side, and Dodd will put a little kick through. Morgan under pressure. That's a really good kick and chase from Dodd, and the chase there. Matantia. Morg just has to go to the ground, and St Helens now building pressure. 9 minutes gone. Really terrific start from both, but Saints now should get the ball back from a goal line dropout, but a great kick and chase.
Oh, there's been a great bit of play there by both sides, but St Helens have gone 100 metres on that set and then finished it off with a perfect kick, perfectly weighted kick by Lewis Dodd, just to drop it on his left foot, and the man on picture there, Arthur Morg, had no chance of getting out. So it's a real big opportunity now. They've earned the right to attack the Catalan Dragons line.
Delaney barges off the tackle of De Costa. Like a steam train there, eventually brought down by Garcia. We knew it would be physical, and that's exactly what we're getting at the Stade Gilbert Bruces. 10 minutes gone. Still waiting for the first try. Cesar Rouget is on for the Dragons.
Great shot.
Did well to hold on to the ball, Delaney.
He did. Navarrete came hunting and caught him.
Here is Dodd. Long pass out, knocked on by Sione Matautia. Well, Matautia slotting into the centre. And he was just put under so much pressure there. He's played second row, Matautia. He's played prop. He's now in the centre because Mark Personal is out. But he saw 3 Catalan Dragons in his face, and that forced the error.
He did, and I thought the pass was there was a little bit too much fizz on that pass from Jack Wellesby. You know, he didn't give him much chance. And like you say, Stuart, he's normally a player who's running them lines as a back rower, and tonight he's out a little bit further wide. Does a really good job in the centre, but on that occasion just drops his lollies and turns the ball over.
I think because it's going to be such a physical game, I guess that's why Matautia was chosen in the centre. Ben Davis, who is a centre, is Saints' 18th man, so that was always going to be a tough call, I guess, for the coach Paul Wellens. 11 minutes gone, 0-0.
And I think it's because he does so well, and it's also, that looks like a forward pass. It's a big error.
Yeah, but De Costa it was. And Saints now have got the ball back in good position. Lomax gets up gingerly. Inside it goes for Conrad Hurrell. Saints saviour a few minutes ago at the other end of the field. But the error from De Costa, what can Saints do with it? Delaney, they reckon, will be as good as James Graham. If he's half as good as James Graham, he'll be some player for Saints. Lomax now, quick hands, brilliant take this time from Matautia. What a take behind his back, one-handed. Quick play the ball, and now the mistake came from Whitley. Well, one mistake from De Costa, or did it come out of the Catalan hand? Let's have a look.
Oh, it's straight off the dummy half, and it's because of the grease, the moisture, and it's really hot over in Perpignan. Spent the week over there last week, and the temperatures are really getting up now, so the boys are just starting to get real greasy. We saw that from De Costa, and exactly the same there from a man who knows this ground better than anyone in Matt Whitley. You know, I'd be disappointed with that. That's an unforced error. And both teams will just be asking for the trainers to bring the towel out. try and dry their hands off, because when you get opportunities like that, you don't want to let the ball slip.
Arthur Romano preferred in the centre to Mathieu Laguerre, who's on the bench. Navarrete now going forward for Catalan. Is it the start you expected?
Oh, in terms of intensity and aggression, definitely. I thought skill-wise, I thought they'd be a little bit better, but up to now, it's only the last couple of sets where it's got a little bit sloppy, and you can definitely see the intensities took the energy out of them. I think this game will really open up in the next 10 or 20 minutes or so, Stuart, and I think we're going to definitely see a cracker tonight.
McMeekan brought down Knowles in the tackle. On the last, inside their own half, Theo Farge under pressure. Gets the kick away, but again, well taken by John Bennison. A good chase again, Farge in there with Roman Navarrete.
Great shot, Da Costa.
Da Costa and Garcia. Nowhere for Makinson to go. Here's Lomax.
Don't think he would have been happy with that one.
Yeah, they're quick, aren't they? Quick off the mark, Catalan. Not giving Saints a sniff with ball in hand.
Well, for me, I think this is the best defensive set.
Well, they go the short side, and Wellesby, now there's a chance. Kick over the top from Makinson. The race is on. Makinson against Farge. And Morg, it's picked up in the end, back by Wellesby. Here is Hurrell. Conrad Hurrell looking for a way through. Saints still with the ball, but Arthur Morg and the bounce of the ball favouring the Catalan Dragons there after Wellesby and Makinson's causing all sorts of problems, but they've got room on the far side. Batantia stopped just short of the line. Ikebalu, what a tackle there. Last one. Saints again, this time with Dodd. Little kick through, picked up by Tariq Sims and put down behind his own line. Great chase by Delaney, and Saints forced a dropout.
And
15 minutes
in terms
gone.
of sets of six, Stuart, that's as good as you'll see. They were battered for the opening 3 tackles, but then it was Sirinen and Wellesby went down the short side. They're claiming a high tackle. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's a great kick once again by Lewis Dodd, and this is why he's so important to the team. They looked like they were going to score the try, but they get the next best thing, and that's a dropout and another set of 6. Beautiful play and beautiful composure at the back end of that set.
Well, it's warm, it's humid in Perpignan. It's 15 minutes and it's still 0-0, but Saints close there to taking the lead. And this time they do go for the short one, and that's taken easily by Tommy Makinson. Kevin Brown and I were talking before the game about the short dropouts. You're not convinced, are you?
I'm not, and if you do them, you've got to tell your teammates that looked to me like it was just made up on the fly. And look where the set starts now. They've got another 4 tackles and they're going to pound the line.
Play on, says the referee, as Darryl Clark tries to go through. Da Costa in there, along with Tariq Sims. Our Saints beginning to turn up the heat here in the south of France. Batantia for Bennison. The flag's up. Did Bennison score? The flag has gone up. Now, will Liam Moore go to the video referee, or will he make the decision? Saints here are asking him to go to the video referee. We're going to find out, but the flag went up straight away.
I think he's gone straight to the scrum, so he must be convinced, but with the naked eye, it looked like John Bennison was screaming in the touchline, but the touch judge, he was there on the spot. We'll get a look now on the replay.
Well, we're going to see now. Is it a great decision from the touch judge?
I think it is. I think his left foot, then his right foot went on touch. This is what we want, though. We want the game to be fast and keep this intensity.
Yeah, well done to the official. And well done to the referee as well, Liam Moore, because that's a mistake. It's a knock-on, so Saints are going to get the ball back, despite Bennison's try being ruled out for a footed touch. And Catalan are on the back foot.
They are on the back foot, and they're hanging on at the minute. I think, there's been a couple of breaks. There's almost been a try in the corner by Bennison, and now great defensive action there by Curtis Sirinen to spill the ball. Gives his team, with so much quality in the back line, a shot from the middle of the field. For me, this is the most difficult area on the field to defend, bang in the middle of the field, 10 metres out from the try line. You can go left or right.
Well, you know from your experience that when you get a head of steam up in Perpignan, you've got to make the pressure count. You've got to score points. Saints have come close. They've dominated the last 7 or 8 minutes, but they've come up empty so far. Here is Dodd and Lomax and Sirenin.
That'll be another
came
set
off
of
a
6.
Catalan hand. That should be 6 to go. And it was knocked on by Lomax. So Saints are going to get the ball back once more. 18 minutes gone, 0-0. And they are turning the screw, but yet to score. Catalan defence, a feeling of hanging on, but hanging on they are.
Yeah, they are hanging on, and for me, Tom Johnson, he's not only a terrific finisher, but he's one of the best at stopping tries. We saw that in the grand final last year, how good he is at preventing tries, and he needed to come in there and shut that play down. But what it has done is give another opportunity, and even if they don't score points, the amount of energy that the Dragons are using at the minute to withstand this is a fair bit.
Well, they've got an opening here, and it's a throw-in for Jack Welsby. St Helens do take the lead. The pressure does pay, and Saints, after 19 minutes, go 4-0 up, and it's that man, Jack Welsby. It was a training ground move from the scrum, and Saints hit the front in Perpignan.
Yeah, and it was the duplicate, exactly the same position, exactly the same move, but this time, instead of Johnny Lomax hitting the front man, he goes out back to Jack Welsby, who just shows the dummy, and Tom Davis, the winger, the number 2, just takes the dummy, and that's so easy. And I'll mention it again, for me, he's took over as the best player in this competition. He's pushed very close by a number of players, but he can do everything. He can defend, he can carry the ball at such a young age. He's such a terrific player and makes things like that look so easy. But you've got to say, Stuart, Saints deserve that first try and the lead so far.
Well, arguably one of the best bits of business that Saints have done in recent years, tying Welsby down to at least 2027, with all that interest coming in from the NRL. No Mark Percival, of course, so Johnny Lomax will be kicking for Saints tonight. His 16th year in the Red V. What a servant he's been. And coming up for the midway point in the first half, thoroughly enjoyable as well.
Yeah, Johnny Lomax so composed, just picking the defence there, and now gets the opportunity, something that he's not done a lot of. He's very accustomed at kicking these goals now.
So Lomax, 7 or 8 yards in from touch. Can he make it 6-0? No, the ball is pushed to the left, so 4-0 it is, midway through the first half. Saints deserving the lead, but what a good try this was.
Yeah, and that's the ability of having someone like Sione Matautia in the centre who can run that line. You have to account for him. He's a big, athletic, powerful man. And on that occasion, Johnny Lomax's subtle skill, the man on the picture, opens him up, and it's a great try assist to add to his catalogue of assists for the Saints side.
Well, Catalan have won 10 out of their last 12 matches at the Stade Gilbert Brutus. Fantastic record. But Saints have won 7 out of their last 8 away games. And that only defeat came in the semi-final last October against the Dragons, who of course went on to lose the grand final to the Wigan Warriors.
I think one area that Saints may have even improved on, the dominance that they've had over the last few years, is defensively. Teams are finding it so difficult. Even the Warriors, who are a terrific attacking side, and potentially the best attacking side in the competition, could only get 1 try last week in that brilliant performance by the Saints.
As I mentioned, it's been a heck of a run of games, hasn't it? But the intensity levels go up.
Well, for me, this is the most intense I've seen all season. You know, just behind probably the Derby games.
Oh, good kick, and wow, taken. What a take on the fly there from Martin Morg. Another good kick that was from Lewis Dodd, but an important take, could easily have slipped out. And now they've got to find some field position, Catalan. They have the first opportunity. Tom Johnston diving in at the corner, denied by a great challenge from Conrad Hurrell. But since that, it's been all one-way traffic.
It has, and the kicking game from Lewis Dodders just keep pinning them back. And it's probably Catalan's errors that have let Saints really get a stranglehold of this game. I think physically they've been great, but so far we've not seen much attacking play.
Seguier on the charge, fed by Theo Farge. It looks like we mentioned that Cesar Rouget is on. Benison takes another high kick. Jordan Abdul is off, and that is a big blow for Catalan, losing Abdul so early in the game. We talked about the influence that he has.
Yeah, and his kicking game, you know, he's second to none, but it looks unfortunately like he's had to leave the field quite early. And Cesar Rouget comes on, another terrific young French player, but he's got a real big task up against Johnny Lomax and Sirinen, who runs directly at him. And I'm sure he's going to have that test all night with a big Australian trying to run over the top and break his will.
Yeah, another good defensive set. We believe it's a hamstring that Jordan Abdul has suffered. Dodd allowed to run with the ball, gets the kick away, taken by Arthur Morg. He's back on the bench, Jordan Abdul. But if it is a hamstring tweak, it's going to take something to come back on, isn't it?
Yeah, from experience, when them hamstrings nip a little bit, yeah, it's really difficult to turn that round in, you know, anything less than a week or two. But there is still enough quality on this field for the Catalan Dragons to open up Saints. We just need to keep hold of the ball, keep disciplined and play the game down, you know, Saints end of the field.
Good run from Romano again. Here's De Costa and Farge. Now Icavalo has got Davis outside, and Matautia, a really good tackle against Sione Matautia. On the last, it will be Farge. And Farge again will put it high, but Wellesby underneath it. Again, a good chase. And it was Garcia. And Lewis Dodd claiming that he was all over.
And Catalan being really physical, but at the minute it looks
too quick off the line, offside.
They look frustrated. They are too quick off the line. They were pushing and shoving by the captain at the play of the ball, and at the moment the frustration is just probably boiling over. And we mentioned before that the discipline with the ball wasn't good enough, and now discipline when they're defending is just giving that piggyback for a great sthelens side an easy get out.
Well, a game like this needed one of the best referees in the business, and that's what they've got in Liam Moore, and because he knows he's going to have some big decisions to make.
Drop the ball.
Has he lost the ball, Delaney? It looks like he has on the first tackle. Sims with the tackle, and now all of a sudden it's advantage Catalan. The error from young George Delaney.
Well, we've seen a couple of times already this season, the big man. The highlight reel shot so far was on George Williams, but that one there, you know, was that high? I'm not sure, but it's definitely dislodged the ball. And this is a great opportunity, probably the first opportunity that they get a set of six so close into sthelens line. Can they make it pay?
Well, it's the first opportunity since they nearly scored. Benison quick out of the line, but Saints there from a penalty with the error, and that was on the first tackle. Catalan going to make them pay. Seguier, 14 minutes to half-time, and it has flown. Saints with the advantage, 4-0. Farge looking for a way through against his former club. Won grand finals. It was Rouget rather. Farge is standing by. Rouget who's on for Abdul. Farge will stand by on the pivot. Yeah, absolutely. Here's De Costa now. And here is Rouget. He's got Farge behind him. And Farge running into his former half-back partner in Johnny Lomax. 2 tackles left in the set for the Dragons. Well, it is the last one. And the kick goes up there. And Wellesby will take it. But is it going to be a penalty for Catalan?
It is. It's Curtis Sirinen, he checks his
it is,
path.
and that's a soft penalty to give away on the last. If Sirenen's given that away, then what an opportunity here for Catalan, because there was no danger from the kick, was there?
No, the kick was pretty comfortable, and it has been all night for the back three. Curtis Sirinen just blocks his path and takes him down. So another big opportunity for the Catalan Dragons.
Yeah, as a coach, that's a real killer, isn't it? And here's one man who can make an impact. Chris Satai is on the field now, and it's a set restart. All the pressure now comes from Catalan, but Romano dropped the ball under pressure, and it's Saints' time to force an error, and it was Tommy Makinson with the hit on Romano, and Saints survive a Catalan barrage. Well, all the errors here are actually adding to the excitement, because you just don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah,
28 minutes.
And I think that's probably a little bit of inexperience there from Cesar Rougier. Arthur Romano didn't stand a chance. The defence from St Helens were already up in the face, and it was the zero tackle. Chris Satai carried the ball for his first carry of the night and won a set restart. And then Cesar Rougier just probably a little bit ambitious with that ball. He didn't make them do enough defence there. We saw St Helens, it took numerous sets before they broke Catalan Dragons. I think they need to get behind the kicking game, have a little bit of patience and make them do a little bit of work before they try and open them up with that killer pass.
Fabulous entertainment. 12 minutes to go to half-time. Saints with that narrow lead, 4-0. Very much anybody's game. The loss of Jordan Abdul early on, though, is a big blow for the Dragons. Here is Matautia looking for a way through. Satai makes the tackle. Clark at dummy half. Here's Bellon for Saints, and Ralsby was nearly through. Read superbly by Ben Garcia, but it had to be.
It had to be, and James Bell, that's what he brings when he's introduced to the field. Doesn't just carry the ball and gets through a lot of work. He opens the field up for the rest of his teammates, and everyone knows when he carries the ball to go with him.
Last one for Saints. Ball back to Lewis Dodd. And Dodd putting the pressure on Artem Morg, but takes it well, and the chase is good. Sirinen and Jake Wingfield is also on for Saints, looking to try and pin the Dragons back close to their own line. 10 minutes to half-time, 4-0 in a Super League cracker in Perpignan.
And the line speed has not dropped a touch all game. You know, we're nearly 30 minutes into this game. The lungs will be bleeding and the legs will be stinging, but they're flying off the line and still getting stuck into each other.
Ball out to Satai. Looked like a high shot. May well have been high from young Jake Wingfield. Or was it Sirinen again? No, it was Wingfield. Yeah, so
Sirinen.
10 minutes to half-time.
This is where I think Artem Morg really needs to impose himself on this game. Sam Tompkins, one of the best fullbacks we've ever seen in the competition. And we're still at the club, and I'm sure he's hoping and sending a message to get the young, talented maestro hands on the ball and do some damage out wide.
Well, Tompkins has been coaching Morg. Cesar Rougier, Jaden Nikarima, who's also out with a hamstring problem. Catalan hopeful Nikarima will be back for the cup tie. Challenge Cup quarter-final weekend next weekend. The Dragons against Huddersfield, Saints against Warrington. Here is Morg with ball on hand. Did well there again. He's a good player, underrated, isn't he, Arthur Romano?
That's much better.
Well, he was brought down. Liam Moore sending him back, but a great run from the young centre. Another opportunity here for Catalan, trailing 4-0. Satai on the charge. 5 years at Hull FC. Boy, Hull FC could do with Chris Satai at the moment. The dreadful run there on Da Costa. There's the chance. Navarrete, has he got the ball down?
It's Mike McMeekan.
McMeekan swivels and turns, and McMeekan does get the ball down. The pressure does tell. And Mike McMeekan, we said at the start, he was a man for all seasons. He's the prop today, the starting prop. And for once, the Saints defence falling off. And McMeekan makes them pay. And you have to say it had been coming.
Well, yeah, it was the penalty, and often we see a penalty, but you can put that down to Chris Satai. He fought to play the ball quick, which let Alex Da Costa get out, and he burst through 2 tackles, spins round, and Mike McMeekan, who's been on for 30 minutes, he's not had a break in the middle of the field. One of the premier front rowers in the game. He's moved to front row only recently in the last couple of years, but what a player he is. And you've got to say that puts Catalans a fantastic chance of going in front tonight.
Well, brilliant game. In the last 5 or 6 years, it's very rare that there isn't just 6 points between these two teams. So many games, it's that sort of level. 4, 5, 6 points, as it was in that semi-final last October. Mike McMeekan might be his last season as a Catalan Dragon, but such a crucial player. And Artem Morg with the easiest of kicks, and the Dragons, with 7.5 minutes to half-time, lead 6-4.
Yeah, and that's probably the blueprint of what they're going to try and do all night now. Jordan Abdul's gone off. Try and go through the middle with a little bit of deception. But the size of the boys on the field now in Satai and Mike McMeekan, Romain Navarrete and Tariq Sims, even Ben Garcia can carry it strong. I think Steve McNamara will be saying, let's turn the ball back to the middle and go through the middle of the field.
Well, this is going to be some game. Backs are on for St Helens as well. Everyone just taking a little breather with 7 minutes to half-time. 6-4. Worth reminding you, the winners go 2 points clear at the top of the Super League table. 2018, the last time Saints won in the Super League in Perpignan. They did win in the Challenge Cup in the south of France a couple of years ago. Satai again makes such a difference.
3 men in again and still driving forward. Gets to the front. He's been terrific since he's been introduced to the field. We've seen him do that so many times for the Black and Whites in Hull. And now he's doing it in Perpignan.
He is the classic impact player, isn't he?
Oh, he's perfect. Yeah, he's huge, he's big, he's quick. And he works really well with the man on the ball now, Mike McMeekan. They're like truck and trailer. Wherever each other go, they're at the side of each other.
Rouget, who gets the kick away. Taken behind his own line by Wellesby. So that'll be a 7-tackle set and a chance for Saints to get some good field position.
Yeah, and Saints are really trying to work over the middle of the field also. And Alex De Costa, don't know how many tackles he's done, but he's been in a fair amount. And without that Cesar Rouget interchange on the bench now, he's probably going to have to do 80 minutes, and Saints know that. And they keep, again, he's in there.
Yeah, superb performance from the hooker. The 4 casualties from that big win at Warrington. Bousquet a shoulder, McClorum has an ankle problem, Desiree a hamstring, Cyrinin failing an HIA. But Steve McNamara says they have a plan. They have a plan for tonight. They have a plan to beat Saints with the players available. It was De Costa again with a tackle. Wellesby for Matautia. Satai and Garcia with the tackle.
Strong carry.
Clark from dummy half sets up a decent position on the last. De Costa again with the tackle. A real workhorse. Now Dodd, out it goes to this far side, and what a take from Johnson under pressure. It looked like Johnson and Morg were both going for the same ball, and now Makinson is penalised. So a bonus for the Dragons. They come up with the ball and they get a penalty and they lead 6-4.
Yeah, and a relieving penalty. They were stuck right in the corner. It was a great take and a great kick, but Tommy Makinson just went in. And the new rule, as we see on the replay, you know, that's a real fair contest. And then as he comes down, Tommy Makinson lends weight, and it's classed as a flop.
It's interesting, they've got Rouget and Farge and De Costa on. And it's doing the trick, isn't it? Sims plays the ball, De Costa again, Garcia. McMeekan, the outstanding Mike McMeekan.
Release him! Goal free.
Let's try scoring Mike McMeekan. Farge down. Here is Davis looking for a way through. They're starting to open up a bit here, Catalan. There is Garcia. Whitley, his former teammate, brings him down. On the last, they go the short side, and Farge again hoists a high one. And Benison again takes it really well. Well, they're targeting John Benison, but every time he's taken it superbly. And now Saints get a relieving penalty.
Yeah, and whichever team can just get on top of this. It's an intense game, and the crowd's going wild, but they just have to be smart and get that discipline. Whoever can settle down and be disciplined with and without the ball, I think will go on and win this game. But John Bennison, he's been sensational so far, but I think the ball needs to go higher just to give that chase a little bit more of a chance to compete. Maybe put him under pressure a little bit more.
Bell. And Lomax and Hurrell looking for a way through. Gets past Romano. Can't get past the enforcer, Tariq Sims.
The hitman.
Lomax now brought down by his opposite number, the captain of Catalan, Garcia. Saints trying to play the ball a bit more now.
And now look forward to me. He's got away with one there, Lewis Dodd.
Yep, into the arms of Matt Whitley. I couldn't have complained, I don't think, if it was called forward. Here is Bell once more.
Beautiful.
Dodd out the back door. Quick hands now. Now Hurrell for Makinson. Can Makinson find a way through? And it looks like he's just stopped on his back over the line, does it? The referee will say he's got the ball down. Tommy Makinson. It looked impossible. It looked impossible. It looked improbable. But Makinson with a sensational try, and Saints are back in front.
Well, Arthur Romano is going absolutely crazy. You can see the disgust on his face. He thought he'd done terrifically well to stop Tommy Makin scoring. It's a beautiful offload by Conrad Hurrell, and he comes inside, and Romano looks for all the world like he's held him up, and then Cesar Rougier comes in, but the referee's in perfect position. And you've got to say he's got the best position in the house to make that call. But what a terrific try that is. And put that down once again to James Bell. Through the middle of the field, sucking the defenders right in, going out wide, and then the beautiful hands across the line, and then Hurrell puts Makinson in.
Well, a big try just before half-time. Liam Moore, as Kevin said, had the best view. And Makinson did appear, didn't he, to get the ball down. It all came from the penalty that Saints got 10 yards from their own line. That was classic St Helens.
Well,
on the stroke of half-time.
It's classic rugby league. If you give a penalty away, you're inviting, a good side. When Catalans scored, that was off a penalty, and when Saints scored the previous try, that was off an error. So I'll go again and say whichever team settles down and stops with the ill discipline, and that will be Catalans or St Helens, can go on and win this game.
Big kick for Lomax just before half-time. Failed with the first attempt. Well, a long way left with that one. I think missing Mark Percival. Goal kicking, could be absolutely crucial at the end of this game. Steve McNamara down on the touchline with some work to do to his troops at half-time. But it's always going to be close, which is why goal kicking could turn out to be crucial.
Yeah, no, I think if you look at the body language there of Steve, I think he'll be relatively happy. He knows that there's much more in this Catalan Dragons team, to improve in the second half. If they tidy up a few areas with and without the ball, they've got a fantastic chance. And St Helens, and with that partisan crowd, they've given them something to cheer for on the stroke of half-time.
Well, packed end away to the left, full of Saints fans, all adding to the atmosphere. 8-6, St Helens in front. There is the half-time hooter. They won't be taking any chances here. An absolutely ruthless, brutal and breathtaking first 40 minutes at the Stade Gilbert Brutus. St Helens with the lead, scoring 2 tries to 1, but Johnny Lomax missing with both conversions. A full house in Perpignan. It was Bennison with the try who put Saints in front, and then back came Catalan. Bennison's try disallowed after Johnson's try was disallowed. Then Wellesby's try gave Saints the lead, but Meakin touching down to put Catalan in front. And look at Steve McNamara on the front, on the touchline, congratulating every one of his players as they come off. Brilliant first half. And we'll be back to review it all in a moment. Saints leading 8-6. Saturday night in the south of France, and a lot more Super League to come in a couple of weeks after the Challenge Cup quarter-finals on the 19th of April. Leeds against Huddersfield, big game for both on Sky Sports Action. Same night, Wigan against Castleford on Sky Sports Arena, and Saints taking on Hull, that game on Sky Sports Mix. There's some big games on the Saturday. Warrington against Lee on main event in action at 5-3. Same time for London against Salford on Arena. And then a big game, another one in the south of France, as Catalans take on Hull KR, 5:25, Sky Sports Action. So a fantastic first 40 minutes. St Helens with the advantage, 2 tries to 1, but crucially, and it might be important come the end of the game, Johnny Lomax missing both attempts at conversion. 2 points in it at half-time, and Kevin Brown, what a fabulously intense, entertaining and brutal first 40 minutes.
It was all of them and more, and I'm tired just watching this game. The amount of effort they've put in has been immense from start to finish, and some of the boys out there, Mike McMeekan and George Delaney, going head-to-head all night, and this was the first no try, and it looked for a minute that he was going to get put into Rowe's head, but the way he twists his body and he lets his legs go out, and he's inches away, as we see on the replay in the slow-mo, he's absolutely inches away, and fingertips just come off the ball. But that would have been one of the best finishes we ever see. And then on the other side, it was John Bennison, who looked like he was going to skirt down the touchline, but he just puts his foot on touch, and that, you've got to say, is great defence by Tom Davis, just doing enough to push him out wide. It was great build-up play from Lomax and Welsby to get the ball wide, but he just does enough to put his foot in touch, and great officiating. And then it came to Johnny Lomax, who just opened up for Jack Welsby, and what a half he's had. He's been involved in everything, you know, passing, creating, catching the ball at the back, but then ultimately the line and the ball from Lomax just opens up, and Tom Davis will be disappointed that he doesn't follow Ikevalu in there. And then on the flip side, we saw them go out wide, but this was straight through the middle, route one stuff, and hit, spin, get through a couple. And the partners, Chris Satai playing the ball, and Mike McMeekan, the big man there, all 6'5" of him. He hits, he spins out a one, he gets over the top of Jack Welsby and goes through James Bell for a well-deserved try. And then probably the best try of the game. James Bell goes deep into line, as does Dodd. And then Hurrell just holds the ball up, just enough time. And the man who's as good as finisher as any just gets the ball down and touches the turf. And Liam Moore in great position, who gives the try to the disgust of the Catalans players and fans. As we see once again, he just rolls over. It looks like he's been stopped, but then he gets the ball down just in the nick of time.
Yeah, fantastic. 8 points to 6 then. St Helens in the lead. And just having a look at that, dominating the possession. And Catalan been forced to make a lot more tackles, but look at that, 5 errors apiece, 6 penalties conceded, and as you mentioned, it could all come down, I think, to discipline in the second half, plus the goal kicking.
Yeah, the goal kicking definitely, but Saints won't be too worried about that. But I think what both teams will be saying is the unforced errors.
Well, we shall see. We'll be back for the second half in just a couple of moments' time. Don't go anywhere. St Helens leading a thriller by 8 points to 6. Catalan against St Helens. The winners go top of Super League at the end of round 7. And it has been one heck of a first half. The news on Jordan Abdul, who went off early with a hamstring problem is that he's strapped up. He wants to come back on. The big decision will be for Steve McNamara is whether he risks Abdul or not. But these are the tries. Jack Welsby putting Saints ahead. Both had had tries disallowed. Johnston for Catalan, then Benison. And this was brilliant from McMeekin.
Yeah, it was, and well deserved. I think the reward for Mike McMeekin's effort so far is that try. He's been the cornerstone of the pack all year. But this was the try of the game so far, right at the death. He had to fight for everything there, Tommy Makinson, to just get that ball down on the grass.
Yeah, it could be a crucial score as well. Talk about Johnny Lomax missing those 2 kicks. They do have the option, I guess, of Tommy Makinson to take the conversions unless he's carrying some sort of leg injury. I know he's missed a couple because of a hamstring problem, so that might be why Lomax is doing the kicking. So if you're in the dressing rooms, what's Steve McNamara saying and what is Paul Wellens saying?
Well, I think they'll both be relatively happy. I think, you know, when they've got the right end of the field doing the right things that both teams can do, they've looked very dangerous. But at the same time, they'll be saying they can get better, they can be much smarter with the ball, stop turning the ball over so cheaply and stop giving, you know, penalties for offside and high shots. They're things that you can control. But I think we saw Steve McNamara on the touchline. He was really happy, you know, patting his players on the back for their efforts. If they can get Jordan Abdul back, I think that's huge, not only for getting a quality player in Jordan Abdul back on the field, but the ability to give Cesar Rougier the chance to go on the bench and come on for Alrix de Costa, who we've seen do a mountain of effort in defence so far.
Well, interesting, during half-time we were told from the touchline at the stand Gilbert Brutus that Steve McNamara also went to have a word with the referee Liam Moore. McNamara claiming that on that Tom Johnston try early on when he was barged into touch by Conrad Hurrell, McNamara was claiming it was a shoulder charge and Hurrell should have been penalised, but the referee was not having a bit of it. Just waiting for the teams to come out, and here they come for the start of the second half.
And when I saw the replay, Conrad Hurrell, he did tremendously well to get across there and stop the try, but there was no wrapping the arms. To the letter of the law, you would have to say that there is a shoulder charge. There wasn't much contact, but yeah, it's fine margins in sport, and Steve McNamara, I think he does have a point, but that's by the by now. The referee can't go back and change that.
Well, they're always nail-biters, Catalan against St Helens, and so it is proving to be once again in the south of France. Saints won twice in Perpignan in Super League back in 2018, but nothing since in the league. Now that Challenge Cup win, another close one in the quarter-finals in 2022. But it's going to be another pulsating 40 minutes of that. It is for sure. Conrad Hurrell has been so important for Saints, and Tommy Makinson with that try. Of course, there's a lot of speculation which won't go away, but you know what the rugby league rumour mill is like, that Tommy Makinson will be plying his trade as a Catalan player next season, and that Tom Johnston won't be there. And of course, all will be revealed in the goodness of time, I would imagine. Welsby to get us underway at the start of the second half. 2 points in it, and don't be surprised if it's that close come 80 minutes.
Yeah, and don't be surprised if there's a huge collision off this kick-off as Mike McMeekin charges the ball back once again. The welcoming committee from 4 St Helens defenders put him on his backside.
Yeah, Hurrell, Bell, Batchelor all in there. Romano on the fly for the Dragons. Here is Satai, just about holds onto it.
There's a problem there for George Delaney.
Yeah, in backfield. Is that what they call a stinger on the arm?
It's either a stinger, I think it might be his elbow again.
Yeah.
But he's a tough man, tough young man, looking to shake it off.
Garcia was looking for a penalty. Not going to get one, but on the last. Decent set, decent opening set this from Catalan inside the Saints half of the field. Up goes the kick from Cesar Rouget. And Benison again takes it well. Well, they've targeted Benison throughout the game, and he hasn't dropped one yet.
No, he's really, really safe under the high ball, as we've seen in all his career so far. But what catalans need to do is just put it a touch higher and let Ikavalu and Johnson and Davis all give them a chance to compete for the ball. And if they don't come down with it, you know, they'll get in the eye line of John Benison and Jack Wellsby.
Well, Hurrell with the error, and there is the mistake at the start of the half. You talked about not making mistakes, and it was an unnecessary offload as well from Conrad Hurrell. But now Satai has dropped the ball for the Catalan Dragons. I'll tell you what, that's a huge let-off for Saints.
Huge let-off. It's a poor pass from Da Costa. Maybe that is the fatigue just hitting home now. Just picked the ball up on the zero tackle and threw the ball to the knees of Chris Satai as he's coming onto the ball. That's going to be really disappointing for Steve McNamara and his team.
Yeah, let off for Saints. Here is Bell. Of course, a lot of effort will have gone into those big wins over Easter. Saints, of course, in the Good Friday derby against their big rivals. Catalan with a huge win in a bruising affair again away at Warrington. Saints now on the ball as Lomax and Siren in a Hurrell. Always takes them pulling down.
He does. Just get down, play the ball, give your team chance.
Last tackle. What will Dodd do? He goes short towards Artem Morg. The ball goes backwards. It's picked up by Battler. Battler, can he get the ball down? Well, I think it's going to be a turnover. Saints there with Battler had a fantastic chance to score, but what a tackle in the end from Tom Johnston to deny him.
And that's just the subtle difference between Saints' kicking game, the contest in the air. Wellsby just had that time to get up and down and knock the ball back and give Batchelor a chance.
That was brilliant defence. Just for a second or two, it looked like he had to score.
Well, Catalans' defence, you've got to say, has been terrific all night, physically, and the desperation they've showed. Even when they have scored tries, there's been people trying with every sinew of the body to stop that ball being put down.
Seguier gets up. Da Costa again. Romano, always a willing runner. Artem Morg, that's what Kevin Brown wants to see. More of Artem Morg with ball in hand. 2 tackles in the set. And eventually on the last one, it goes on the bounce to Jack Wellsby. Wellsby down the outside. And
problem there, Tom Johnson is out cold.
Yeah, it looks like Johnson's injured there. Is the referee going to stop play?
And they need
to. He may have to, yeah, after that tackle. Well, that looked brutal because he ran into Tom Johnston and then very quickly onto the field there. As Kevin said, it looked like he was hit hard.
He was hit hard.
Just got in the wrong position, I think.
It was a collision with his own teammate,
yeah, I think it was.
Shoulder.
Oh, it was.
And then he hits the turf. It's not great to see. And Tom Johnson, a player who has suffered with multiple concussions in his career, complete accidental from his own teammate.
It was Tariq Sims.
And he will definitely have to leave the field, and I don't think he will come back on, because for me he looked out cold there, and part of the process is if you are out cold you don't even get a chance to do the HIA. You have to leave the field and you stood down for a number of days.
Well, if that is the case, they're 2 men down. If Jordan Abdul isn't going to come back on, suffering from a hamstring injury.
Yeah, and we've already seen Cesar Rouget has entered the field. He's sort of the putter that holds it all together. And now it's probably going to have to be Matthew Laguerre who comes on out wide.
Yeah, unfortunately that looks like the last we'll see of Tom Johnston, but at least he's up. At least he's up and he's okay, and that's the best possible news. Worth mentioning, by the way, that the Catalan Dragons have won the inaugural European Wheelchair Rugby League Championship earlier on Saturday, beating Wigan by 68 points to 28. And the upshot of all that is that Saints will have the ball on halfway. Tom Johnston has gone off. And Mathieu Laguerre has come on.
Yeah, and Matthew Ikavalu has gone onto the wing, on the left wing for the Catalan Dragons. We all wish Tom Johnson a speedy recovery. Hope he doesn't have any lingering head injuries.
Yeah, it's a big loss though. With the two replacements down and still 36 minutes to go, it's going to be hard, isn't it? Wellesby and his Sione Matautia as well, but it was an important tackle. First contribution from Mathieu Laguerre.
They have switched out to Romano over to the opposite side now.
Yeah. Romano to the left, Laguerre to the right. Well, that's a set restart. Satai guilty, and it was the last one.
Yeah, and that's criminal. That's the worst possible time. We're going to have to do 12 tackles on the bounce now.
Well, this is a great chance for St Helens here to strike first at the start of the second half. Sirenen. And they're within sight of that Catalan try line. Bell inside for Batchelor, who picked up that cut to his head in the Good Friday derby. He was only on the field for a couple of minutes. He's on the field here contributing. Bell with a short pass. Offload. Brilliant play. Now, was that a tackle from Arthur Morg, or is it a fantastic try, or is it an even better tackle? Liam Morg gives the try. The video ref will have a look. Brilliant time from St Helens, but has Morg pulled off a try saver, or have St Helens extended their lead?
Well, what a ball it was from Jake Wingfield. Then it looked like it was going to be an easy put down. If he's not got the ball down on the first occasion, and the way he's really trying to twist his body and get it down suggests that Lewis Dodd feels like he's not got the ball down. We'll probably see better on this angle. But what a ball initially from Bell and then from Wingfield off the floor. And I think he's been held up there, Stuart. I think that is one of the best tackles we'll see all year from the little man after Romano. I know it's gone up as a try. We need significant evidence. But I feel that we've just seen that from that angle there. I don't see the ball touching the ground at all. And Romano has kept his team within 2 points for me.
Yeah, Arthur Moore getting across superbly there. Now, I'll tell you what, if he stopped a try there, is that one of the best try-saving tackles you'll see in this season or any season?
Well, Arthur Morg, he's renowned for his attacking play, but we're going frame by frame now. I think you can clearly see that ball's not touched the ground. I think that's the clear evidence that they need to overturn the decision. And Arthur Morg, take a bow. That is absolutely sensational.
It isn't a try. Is there any fault at the door of Lewis Dodd for not touching down, or is it all down to the brilliance of Arthur Morg, the Catalan fullback?
Oh, look, I think he's smiling there, Lewis Dodd, because he thinks he's done this over and over. You see the green grass of the try line, dive over that line, and it's a real easy put down, but the extra effort there, we've said all night that they've used every little bit of instinct and character to stop
Here's the decision, and the big decision it is as well. James Vella, the video referee. What a tackle! What a tackle to deny Lewis Dodd from Arthur Morg. That may turn out to be a match winner, because if Dodd scores, all of a sudden it's 14-6 and it's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, and it was on the last tackle too, so they get the turnover. Get the ball on the 20, which is even a better result. And Lewis Dodd will be having nightmares that he was smiling and looking at that line to get a try for Saints. He's been held up. He gives his team a fantastic opportunity now. Arthur Morg again back in front in this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, that is worth a little red asterisk in the notebook, because that may come back to be the match winner, the match-winning moment, the match-turning moment we should see. And what a start it's been in the opening 6 minutes of the second half. But Arthur Moore, take a bow. That was absolutely incredible work from the young fullback. And now Catalan have an opportunity to strike at the other end, maybe. Da Costa, the ever-busy Da Costa, as Garcia plays the ball. McMeekin now.
The work rate from Mike McMeekin's been sensational.
He's lost the ball.
I think he's been unlucky.
He's lost the ball.
For me, that was knocked out of his hand. He's got through a tremendous amount of work tonight. Big man Mike McMeekin. It was James Bell, but you've got to say he's got to keep hold of that ball a little bit. It's the ball carrier's responsibility.
I think that's one of those, isn't it? Well, the ball carrier has to do better. 7 minutes gone in the second half. Still 8 points to 6. Still anybody's game. It's still an absolute thriller.
Yeah, and the worry for the Catalan Dragons is the amount of work that Da Costa, Navarrete, Mike McMeekin and the captain Ben Garcia are getting through in the middle of the field. Saints are rolling on and off the substitutes. And these men are just staying out there and getting stuck into every tackle.
Big news coming in from the Catalan Dragons camp. Jordan Abdul is done. He will not be coming back onto the field. So they're left with a couple now, just a couple of replacements. As Batchelor goes through, it was a forward pass, and Saints undoing themselves once more, well spotted by the referee. So the Catalan Dragons will not see the return of either Tom Johnston or Jordan Abdul.
Huge blow for the Dragons. Not only because of the quality of them players, but the extra effort, as mentioned before, that the rest of the 15 have to do now. There's no troops coming over the hill and fresh legs. It's up to them men. And the 2 substitutes currently on the bench to get him in front, as we see Darryl Clark holding his rib cage.
That's a painful injury, isn't it?
We had a few of them, Stuart.
Remember time. In the days of black and white telly, we saw a huge hit, didn't we, on Ash Hanley in our big game live on Sky Sports on Friday night. Leeds and Warrington. Unfortunately for Saints, that man can't come on. James Roby, one of the very best in the business.
And again, the unforced errors, or the forced errors from both sides. The game's swinging to and fro, but the team who can settle down and really get a foothold in this game, as we see Cesar Rouget strapped up also now on his thigh. It's been a brutal contest, so intense, so physical, really taking its toll on both teams.
And there is Rouget and Arthur Moore. Satay. Well, Satay's going to have to do a bigger stint than normal now, isn't he?
He will, and so far it's been so good. I think he's actually leaving the field now. He looks like he's running to the sideline.
Oh, Moore nearly breaks through. Arthur Moore beginning to stamp his mark on this game. Great field position here for Catalan. Saints being forced to defend in numbers. Navarrete plays the ball. Morg again. Oh, what a tackle that was. Cruncher from Sione Matautia on Paul Seguier. Last one. Are they running it? Ball from knocked up.
Poor option.
Was a poor option. That was on the last, and Tariq Sims had nowhere to go. Saints congratulated themselves on that defensive set. Wasted opportunity, maybe, for the Dragons.
Yeah, and Theo Daz is just saying you need to put that ball in the corner there to Cesar Rouget. That's a dumb play. I've almost forgotten the tackle count there. Turn the ball over without rolling the dice and making a contest of the kick. But again, the line speed and the physicality take nothing away from this Catalan Dragons side.
Yeah, a couple of changes. Navarrete on for Chris Satay. Darryl Clark, St Helens number 9, who we saw holding his rib cage, has gone off to be replaced by Moses Mbaye. Here is Bell. And again, pick up in defence. If you are just joining us, it's been a fabulous game. 10 minutes gone in the second half. St Helens leading 8-6. They had a chance to extend their lead as Lewis Dodd looked like he was going to score a try. Brilliantly denied by one of the best try-saving tackles over the line by Artem Morg.
Oh, that's a big shot.
On Lomax as well, and he's felt that. Just holding on to the back of his head. Garcia was in there. And Lomax will receive some attention there.
Yeah, one of the toughest players I've ever played against, Johnny Lomax. I played with him for the country, and Johnny Lomax doesn't stay down unless he's really hurt. And it was a huge shot by Ben Garcia through his shoulder, and I think Johnny Lomax just ducked a little bit. He has a habit of ducking between defenders, and as he ducks, well, you see it's almost a sandwich, the high shot from Navarrete, and then Ben Garcia's shoulder.
Well, was that a high shot from Navarrete? Is the video referee having a look at this? James Vella.
A bit of trouble here.
Yeah, James Vella, the video referee, will have a look at this and report back to Liam Moore, the referee on the field. The question is, was it a high shot from Roman Navarrete or not?
Well, I think there is mitigation, but for me, he's hit him clearly in the head. The first initial contact was on the chin from Navarrete, and then the second impact came in from Ben Garcia, also hitting him on the head. And I think they'll be lucky to keep 13 on the field.
Yeah.
Is the mitigation that Lomax was low?
There is mitigation, and I think that's what may save both players. Johnny Lomax is not going to feel any better.
Clearly James Vella, the video referee, is having a word with Liam Moore, and clearly there was mitigation. So it is the last, there's no penalty, a good decision. Dodd gets the kick away, taken by Artem Morg, but this is brutal Super League, and it's brutal bet.
It's at the Brutus too, so yeah, it fits the bill, and some of the collisions tonight are as big as we've seen. We've seen Tariq Sims and Curtis Toonan going at it, Alex Walmsley and Mike McMeekin, but across the board everyone's throwing the bodies in. Sione Matautia and James Bell get stuck into Tom Davis. What a game we're watching, Stuart.
Well, we've seen some crackers this season. This is right up there. Garcia brought down. Batchelor in there with the tackle. Da Costa looking for a way through, but he ran straight into Batchelor and to Bell. Last tackle. Bit more height on that one.
And there you
Benison
go.
knocks on. And it's picked up by Matautia. And what's the referee saying here?
A bit more height and a bit more pressure. I think he's actually touched it there.
Yeah, Catalan player man had touched it on the way through. A bit of a let-off from John Benison, but that's what Kevin Brown has been saying. Got to go high, got to put more pressure on, and that's what Farge did.
Yeah, and just make a nuisance of yourself. It was Matthew Laguerre there who jumped up and just touched the ball. But that's better from the Dragons.
We couldn't call this game before the kickoff. Certainly can't call it now. And this is going to go down to the wire. That was no doubt.
Good tackle.
Had to be.
What a run there from Curtis Simmons, straight over the top. The little French halfback.
And Rouget got himself involved, didn't he? There is Batchelor, Navarrete and McMeekin with the tackle. Dodd, here's Welsby. Welsby looking to get involved. Welsby does get involved. Well read by Laguerre and Tom Davis.
The game almost slows down when Jack Welsby has the ball in his hands. He sees everything.
Well, have they got a set restart? I think they have.
I think it's a tackle free now.
Yeah, too long in the tackle on Welsby. So Saints with a chance to build. And
Another huge shot from Romano.
he's had a good game, Arthur Romano, with ball in hand and defensively. That was an unnecessary set restart to give away, because it just gives St Helens the opportunity. 13 minutes gone in the second half. They're leading by 8 points to 6, and Lomax finds Hurrell, who drops the ball. Great defence as well, great speed in the line, and Conrad Hurrell comes up with the error. More errors from both sides in this half, more opportunities wasted.
Yeah, and that's Conrad Hurrell's pet play, where he just puts the ball on his right arm and flicks it when the winger comes in. But the ball's so greasy, we can see the sweat dripping off his face, and it'll be all down his arms and his hands, and he just tried to flick it out the back door. And unfortunately, it went forward an inch of touch. What a game.
The risk too far for Conrad Hurrell. 15 minutes gone in the second half. 2018, the last time Saints won at the Stade Gilbert Brutus in Super League. It was this sort of game in the semi-final last October. That epic semi-final that Sam Tompkins won for Catalan.
You could really do with the Sam Tompkins out there now, Stuart.
Yeah. Sensational, mazy run for the try in the last minute. 12-6 it was to Catalan on that occasion. Here's Saints leading 8-6, but the Dragons looking to build. Nowhere for Romano to go. Last one, Rouget gets the kick away, finding good height, but well watched by Jack Wellsby, who gets round the attempted tackle of Theo Farge. And then gets a penalty. Tariq Sims, too keen.
Yeah, too keen. Just getting his hands in, and he's arguing with the referee now. You can hear the frustration. But Jack Wellsby, he's not the biggest, but super, super strong and great footwork. Gets rid of Theo Farge. And then we see he's earned the right to play the ball. He just stays in. That's another correct decision. I think Liam Moore's had a terrific game tonight.
Just fabulous entertainment. Serenade for St Helens. His injured brother Bailey, a Catalan player, watching from the sidelines. Hurrell runs through Da Costa. Not many have done that tonight.
No, he's like a cannonball, Conrad Hurrell. He's like an extra front rower when he comes in the middle of the field. So difficult to put down.
Bell looking for a way through, looking for an offload, and guess who's there to make the tackle? Ulrich Da Costa.
That looked like a bit of a flaring arm in Da Costa's face.
Walmsley is back on.
Oh, what a shot by Da Costa again.
I'll tell you what, he's been magnificent, Ulrich Da Costa. Alex Walmsley on the charge, had the ball knocked out of his hands.
He's almost been wound up there, and look at this. Whack with their left shoulder right on the ball. Makes it spill. But the arm flaring from James Bell almost ignited something there in Alex Da Costa.
No fear,
he said,
no
"You're having
worry,
this."
No problems. What a shift he has put in, Ulrich Da Costa. Only playing because Michael McLaurin is out injured with an ankle problem. Actually played the last 15 minutes on one leg at Warrington last Saturday, but refused to come off, Mickey McLaurin. But paying the price now.
Yeah, and Ulrich Da Costa, he's been terrific without the ball tonight defensively, but the energy he's put into his defence. We've not seen his usual spark from dummy half. He's just having a breather now, and he's sent in Arthur Morg to direct the traffic from the back of the ruck. Dropped the ball.
And he's dropped the ball. It's another mistake. Well, it was Laguerre this time under the challenge of Wingfield and then by, so all of a sudden great field position for St Helens. And what was it I said in the first half? That all these errors are adding to it, adding to the drama.
Yeah, they are adding to the drama, but they're adding to the depleted energy for the Catalan Dragons also. And at some point they need to keep hold of this ball, because the ascendancy is always St Helens at the moment. You can hear the St Helens fans singing and the expectant crowd. We've got a fantastic opportunity now, Saints, of making them go wild. They're singing even louder.
Lomax, and Wellsby gets the ball away to Makinson. Quick hands The impressive Rouget is there to make the tackle. Wellesby again shows the dummy. Frank Maria on the field. Good offload. Here is Bell once more. Garcia with the tackle. Played quickly. And by. Did that come off a Catalan hand?
It's really firing up now, Stu.
Yeah, the atmosphere, the noise level. Say trying to play the ball quickly. Dodd and Lomax. Great tackle by Tom Davis. The intensity is off the scale.
And Sione Matauti there just missed his assignment and went too early and put Johnny Lomax in a tough position. But again, Frank Maria just comes and belts Alex Walmsley.
Last tackle. Dodd puts the kick through. Chases on. Taken well by Ikebalu. Keeps in the field of play again. Brilliant defence from the Catalan Dragons.
Did well, didn't they? Not only to field the ball, but to get out. But they're doing it really tough now. The Dragons out the backfield, right in front of the vociferous St Helens crowd. And that's 3 tackles gone, and they're only 10 metres away from their own try line.
Well, in a way, it's a pity we've reached the hour mark, because it means there's only 20 minutes to go.
That's the quickest hour of rugby league I think I've seen in a long, long time. One of the most brutal also.
Davis brought down. Last tackle. 46 minutes. Lewis Dodd looked all over a try scorer. A brilliant tackle by Arthur Morg. Is that still going to be a significant moment?
He's got the ball.
And it's a rare error. And it's Benison. The first time he's come up with a mistake. And it could be a huge error. What a kick. He watched it carefully. He turned his back, but the ball goes forward.
What a great kick that is. Great kick from Dodd at the other end, but then Cesar Rouget just tries to kick the lever off the ball.
Well, put defence into attack. You said 30 seconds ago they were 10 yards from their own try line. Really under pressure. One great kick, one big error. Now it's Catalan's turn.
Yeah, it was a great kick, and it was an uncharacteristic error from John Benison. He's been sensational all night under the high ball. And this is a huge opportunity for the Dragons now to pull some points and pull some play of their own. We saw this play from St Helens in the first half open up the Dragons. Can Catalans do the same to them?
Cavallo. Real chance now for the Catalan Dragons. Played quickly, as quickly as he could. Garcia with a little sidestep. Saints really forced to defend here. Da Costa. And it's a set restart. And the ball goes out, and it's a bad pass. Well, it just got a set restart. And that was poor play from Catalan.
And it's almost identical to the first half when Cesar Rouget threw the ball into Arthur Romano for a drop ball. And then Arthur Morg on this occasion just throws the ball straight to touch on the 0 tackle. And there's so much to admire about this Catalan Dragons side. But there's so much frustration in the side as well when they get a real opportunity. And you don't get many against such a terrific side in St Helens. They've just let them off without even testing out that defence.
Often remember the words of our old friend and colleague Mike Stevenson. It's a terrible pass, and Lomax now knocks on another error. Yes, Steve O'Shea, best game in the world, no doubt. We're seeing why tonight, but that was another poor pass. It was a shocker, wasn't it?
Well, the execution, there's so much execution that's not been great tonight, but everything else, the intensity, the physicality, the emotion, and once again this game flips on its head. We thought Saints have been let off, and now they flip the coin, and now it's straight back to Catalan Dragons to ask some questions and try and open up a big St Helens defensive outfit.
Rouget feeds the scrum. Here is Farge looking to go out wide. Dion Farge going on his own, and the opposite number brings him down. Here's Morg now looking to do the same. 2 yards away from the St Helens line. trailing by 2 points. Navarrete all wrapped up by Walmsley and then by Knowles in there as well. 3 tackles gone, still plenty of time. Some tackles in the bank for the Dragons. Long pass out to the far side. Oh, it's a walk-in! It's a walk-in for Ikevalu, who scored for the Catalan Dragons. And was there obstruction or not? Liam Moore gives the try on the field. But as Ikevalu scored yet again against St Helens. He scored in both games last season. And after a St Helens error, is this a huge try?
Well, Cesar Rougier, take a bow. Tommy Makinson had read the play, and I don't think there's anything wrong for me. Ikevalu just comes back off his left foot, and it's almost an overchase from the St Helens right edge defence. But the ball, as we see now, there's a dummy, and then it's almost a tunnel ball that goes straight to the winger, and he doesn't run through anyone there. For me, that's a great try by the Dragons, and Morgan Knowles does his best. He said it was a walk-in.
Well, was Conrad Hurrell taken out there? I think that's what the video ref is looking at.
Yeah, I think there's been enough chance there. I think we'll see off this angle much better. But the ball...
looks okay to me.
That looks okay to me. He can't disappear there, Romano. He runs through the line.
James Vella, the video referee, it's such a big call, this, and a big moment in the game. Can't blame him for having another look here. Did Romano go into Hurrell?
I do think Sheridan initiated the contact, Stuart. And then as he goes out wide, Ikevalu's left foot, they've got opportunities to hit him there. There's 3 defenders and 4 with Morgan Knowles coming over. I think that's a try. It'd be very, very hard to disallow that.
Well, the decision coming from James Vella, who had a big call to make on 46 minutes when he denied Lewis Dodd a try after a brilliant tackle from Artem Morg. It's another big decision here, and it's a try for Catalan. Ikevalu, who makes a habit of scoring against St Helens. Is he going to be a match winner again at the Stade Gilbert Brutus?
And I really like the young French halfback, Cesar Rougier. He's come on tonight, and he's played after, I think, 7 or 8 minutes when Jordan Abdul went off. And it's in an area he's probably not trained all week there at half. He's probably trained as a replacement hooker for Alex de Acosta. But the ball, he saw Tommy Makinson coming round, and he just threw the ball out wide, and didn't Ikevalu finish it well.
Artem Morg could yet be the hero. Defensively, he may well have pulled off the tackle that helps Catalan win this game. Now, after St Helens talked about it, worth talking about it again. Goal kicking, 2 missed by Johnny Lomax. Is it going to be 2 out of 2? With the boot from Artem Morg. Big kick, 15 minutes to go. What a big kick it was from Artem Morg.
Off the post and in.
Off the post. Luck favours the brave, and he deserves some luck after his performance. Ikevalu with the try. It's safe with it all to do. Catalan leading 12-8.
And it's really important now that Artem Morg and his teammates, Ikevalu, the try scorer there, get through this set and don't give any cheap possession away. How many times have we seen the game swing on its head? But now they're in front, they can defend the way to victory. Defensively, they've been sensational tonight, and they'll have to be for the last 14 minutes or so if they want to beat a great side in St Helens, because they will have more shots fired. What a run by Maria off the kickoff.
Only his 3rd appearance, Frank Maria, playing in the French Championship normally with the likes of Saint-Estève, Lesignan and Villeneuve, but playing with the big boys now and looking to make a big impression. What a finish we're going to have. 12-8.
And all of a sudden, that energy that we said that has been depleted has come flooding back to the Dragons side, and it's their supporters now who are singing loudest.
25 minutes we had to wait for the first points of the second half. Here is Seguier just over halfway.
Move back. We get hold.
St Helens are going to get opportunities. Can they take them?
Return, mate.
Good kick from Farge again. Wellesby this time underneath it, but who's the chase? Who wins the chase? Who's first with the chase? But Cesar Rouget.
And his teammate Romain Navarrete. That's almost the perfect set after points, 100 metres, and now they can start attacking the attack and flying off the line, as we've seen all night, led by the skipper, Ben Garcia, and really, put some pain into the shoulders and make them. That's the third tackle now, and they're still in the 10 metres. This will be really pleasing for Steve McNamara, the coach of the Dragons.
Well, Hurrell does well to get the ball away, and Wormsley looking for a way through, and he finds Wellesby, and across comes Tom Davis to make the tackle on Jack Wellesby.
Oh, there's some trouble here for Wellesby. It looks like a left ankle.
Yeah, I think it buckled underneath him as he was brought down. Boy, this would be a blow. It was a great tackle by Davis, but his ankle actually got caught underneath him as he was going to ground.
And I think you can already see from that try, it sparks St Helens up into offloading the ball. Conrad Hurrell gets whacked and he offloads the ball to Wellesby. Sorry, to Wormsley, and Wormsley to Wellesby, and as we see, he's just pulled back on himself there. His ankles are underneath. You can see the purple boots. Just gets dragged back on himself. Another real tough player.
There's the offload from Wormsley.
Crossed his own legs, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's almost a hit drop tackle by
I was going to ask
Davis.
you the question, is there any evidence of a hip drop there or not?
It's really difficult when there's a break. And that was a break. He was tackling from behind. Real clean player, Tom Davis.
I think that would have been harsh.
It would have been harsh, and thankfully, Jack Wellesby, for the Saints, players and fans, was able to continue.
But look where Saints are kicking from, midway inside their own half. Lewis Dodd taken by Artem Morgan. The drop off to Tom Davis, and look to cause trouble with ball in hand rather than defensively. Davis been told to get back to the mark to play the ball. Less than 12 minutes to go.
Oh,
big hit on Ikevalu. But Ikevalu may yet turn out to be the match winner with ball in hand. Arthur Morg, the match winner, with a brilliant try-saving tackle.
Well, the hits have been big all night, but they've even increased.
But they kept Saints to nil in the second half.
Yeah, by the skin of the teeth, and that man at the back, Arthur Morg, we might look back at that tackle tonight, Stuart, and say, no, he's been the man that saves these points.
Kevin Brown will be deciding the Betfred player of the match in the next 10 minutes or so. Difficult to choose now, with just 4 points between the sides, and again Farge goes high. This time the ball does go backwards. It's still the last. Garcia, and now there's opportunities on the far side. DaCosta with the kick, and Hurrell is banged down by Ikevalu. Well, Ulrich DaCosta, maybe more by luck than judgment, but what a kick, and Saints forced to drop out from underneath their own post.
Oh, I think you're being harsh there. I think you're giving him a disservice, Stuart. I think that was real smart play by the little looker. Just dabs it through to the corner. Sees Conrad Hurrell on the wing. Tommy Mason had come off his wing, and Ikevalu does really well to stop that raging bull from getting out of his own in goal.
Wellesby with a drop out. DaCosta is one of those who's in the mix surely for the player of the match, as Tom Davis brought down, and since the try, Saints haven't been able to get out of their own half.
No, it's lit a fire inside this Catalan side, and they look like they're running bigger, running stronger. They look like they're winning the collisions now, and the skill, everything's starting to stick.
10 minutes to go. Arthur Morg plays the ball. Tarek Sims straightens up. Batchelor goes low, and Bai goes higher. Still 2 left in this set for the Dragons. Another try now. That's a great kick over the top, looking for Davis, but Davis is under pressure. Did the ball go backwards there? Laguerre is brought down.
He's done well to keep that in play.
Wow, he did, Tom Davis. It may yet create an opportunity. They go down the short side, but there's nowhere for Seguier to go. But that's okay. That's okay for Catalan, because look where Saints are starting their set.
Yeah, that's completely different, isn't it, from before when they got caught with the ball. They put the ball in the corner. They have to go 100 metres from the toughest position on the field. Right in the corner, there's only one place to go, and the Dragons, it's not like how physical they've been in the middle of the field. They are once again getting stuck into the opposition, and Alex Walmsley.
Well, the Saints fans trying to get behind their side here. The Catalan have kept Saints to 0 for 31 minutes. Here's Wellesby now, and Lomax. Good defence again. Am I sensing a little bit of panic in the St Helens ranks?
I think they're just starting to move the ball a lot more now, and you know, the way the game's gone, I think Catalan are going to have to do really well to stop this terrific side from breaking through.
Can Wellesby get the ball off on the last still and by? And now there may be an opportunity for Hurrell. Hurrell will kick the ball inside. Is that too strong? And it's taken well behind his own line. Davis, fantastic from Davis. Look for all the sun in Perpignan that he was going to get pinged back behind his own line.
Sensational play.
Massive moment again in this game.
Yeah, great kick by Conrad Hurrell, and a great last play by Saints. And there's 8 minutes to go, and there's going to be 8 minutes of a barrage of attacking play from Saints, and it's really important that the backs get in like they're doing and give the forwards for Catalans a bit of a breather before this onslaught starts again in this next set.
7.5 minutes between Catalan and the Super League summit. A really good kick downfield into open space, and Hurrell was hesitant. Just managed to dive on the ball as Romano was charging in.
It looked like he was going to get the ball, and then Hurrell, last gasp effort to dive on the ball.
Satire back on, great tackle on Benison. Saints are going to need to chance their arm.
And they will, and they've got the quality in the ranks. There'll definitely be opportunities for Saints. They won't go down without a fight, as we see the man of the moment, who often comes up with plays, skirting across the line. But again, it's terrific defence by Catalans.
It was Da Costa. Again, and the mistake from Walmsley again. Saints' errors in this half must be in double figures.
And that's a crucial one. And there's a punch there from George Delaney and Mike McMeekin. Not sure what's gone on, but there's a fracas.
This is all to the advantage of the Catalan Dragons, because the clock is ticking.
And George Delaney, I've never seen him react like that, which leads me to think that there's something going on in the tackle. But if there is a penalty, I'm sure Catalan will take the two.
Well, Mike McMeekin reckons that he will get a penalty. But you have to say that Catalan have been absolutely brilliant in this second half. And don't forget, they've been down to 2 replacements with Jordan Abdul and Tom Johnston off.
Well, in terms of heart, there's a coming together of the heads. I don't think there's much wrong with that. And then there's a headbutt and a punch. I think George Delaney. I think Delaney could be in trouble here.
Well, we'll see. Liam Moore has a decision to make here. And with 6 minutes to go, it's all working in Catalan's favour, but it's been a catalogue of big errors from St Helens in this second half. And I've said half an hour ago, it was a red asterisk moment, that tackle from Morg on Dodd to deny a try. It may yet to be the biggest moment of the match so far.
Well, he had no right, did he?
Match winner.
Match winning try, saving effort from Arthur Morg. But there is 6 minutes to go. And there is a line that you can never write off the Saints. And I'm sure they'll be looking at knocking the 2 over and taking a minute to do that.
Yeah. Rush of blood from George Delaney.
Yeah, the young bull versus the old bull there, and
experience winning the day.
Yeah. He's been sensational tonight.
Well, this is going to be huge, because this would mean that Saints would need a converted try if this goes over. Is their wretched record in Perpignan going to continue? 6 years since Saints won in the Super League.
It's the minute it'll take to kick the goal. Mike McMeekin puts his 2 fingers up for the points.
Goal kicking.
Goal kicking's been crucial, but you know, you can't point the finger at Johnny Lomax. I think he's been sensational again tonight. You know, he's filling in, but you've got to say,
I don't envy you choosing the player of the match, I have to say. Some outstanding candidates in there. But 5 minutes to go, and they have wasted 60 precious seconds. Artem Morg, great view, literally behind the bowler's arm. Morg to make it 14 points to 8. Well, as straight as can be. 3 out of 3 from the boot of Artem Morg. And Saints now need a converted try with 4 minutes to do it, to take us into golden point.
and this is probably where Saints will start to think about the short kick-off. And it is almost the last throw of the dice. They need to get the ball back. You know, Lewis Dodd, he looks like he's placing the ball up for that left foot, just to make a high kick-off to the right.
Well, you said discipline, you said errors. The team that makes the fewer errors could win this, and there is the short kick-off. It does go 10 yards eventually, and the Saints got it back. They have from the short kick-off. The gamble worked, the nerve ends will be jangling.
Yeah, and the heart all night of, you know, the courage that Catalan have showed. You have to dig deep into that well now. It's a great shot again by Da Costa and the skipper Garcia.
Yeah, involved in everything. Knowles, Delaney is indiscipline, costing Saints a big penalty. 4 minutes and counting. Wellesby and Lomax and Hurrell. Hurrell cuts inside. Hurrell still going towards that line.
Well, Ikebalu, take a bow, he's absolutely folded him.
It's the last already. Wellesby chips the ball through. Fortune favours the brave off a Catalan boot into the arms of Cesar Rouget. Saints, you reckon, from here may get one more shot.
Well, they will get another chance, but the fatigue levels are through the roof. There's no one looking to put their hand up and carry this ball apart from Laguerre. It's going to be a really tough set. Saints know that they'll get one more go with the ball, potentially two.
Yeah, nearly 11,000 in the stand, Gilbert Brutus tonight. 1,200 from St Helens, but at the moment they're the disappointed ones. Last tackle, and then it's going to come down to one last set for St Helens.
It's almost a midfield bomb.
Into the arms of John Bennison, and this is it. This is the game you feel in the next couple of minutes. Makinson defensively again.
Got a feeling that Wellesby will be involved.
Yeah, it's either Rouget or Da Costa or Garcia. And on this occasion, it's Rouget. Here's Walmsley. Saints still trapped inside their own half. They're going to have to gamble. They're going to have to really have a go. Batchelor it was who gets up slowly. Knowles. Wellesby, nowhere to go. Laguerre does well.
Great defence. Well connected on the edges and working in the middle.
2 minutes to go. 2 tackles left in the set for Saints. Here is Lomax now. They need a bit of magic from somewhere. There's the error. Hurrell again with the poor pass. Nothing doing for Tommy Makinson. They're 90 seconds away from a famous win. Saints will feel they've thrown it away. Not a bit of it. 2 moments of magic in the second half for the Catalan Dragons. Morg denying Dodd. when he had no right to. And that try would have put St Helens 14-6 up. And then it could be the match-winning try on 65 minutes from Matt Cavallo, scoring for a third consecutive game against St Helens. Saints going down, it seemed, to their second defeat. All the noise from the Catalan fans. They've been ravaged by injuries. They've lost 2 players in Johnston and Abdul. And they're going to go top of Super League.
Yeah, you don't always get what you deserve in life, and especially on the rugby field, but tonight it looks like the Catalan Dragons are going to get exactly what they deserve. The amount of energy and effort they put in, with some bodies broken, but he has dropped the ball.
Saints penalised, all offside. Matt Whitley is frustrated against his former teammates, and that is that.
Yeah, they'll take the time, kick the ball over to the touchline, and we'll carry this ball and be as conservative as possible for the next 35 seconds.
Well, in the next 15 seconds, tell us who is your Betfred player of the match.
Well, it was a difficult one because Mike McMeekin's really stood up for me, and so was the substitute Cesar Rougier. But for me, Alrix de Costa, not only because of the amount of work he's done, the tackle on Walmsley where he bent him and he made him drop the ball, and the kick to the corner to get that set restart. I just think Alrix de Costa is my Betfred player of the match for that reason.
No arguments. What a performance it's been from the young man. Only in the side, of course, because of the injury to Mickey McLaurin. For St Helens, you will feel it's a wasted opportunity. Lewis Dodd will be forever asking himself how on earth he didn't put the ball down and score that try. That was all to the brilliance of Artem Moore. The countdown is on, and St Helens' wretched record in Perpignan goes on. 2018, the last time Saints won in the south of France, but Catalan putting in a magnificent performance to beat St Helens in one of the best games of Super League, if not the best game that we've seen this season. Catalan winning by 14 points to 8 in a pulsating game in the south of France.
Absolutely fantastic quality game. 2 teams going at it for 80 minutes. You know, bodies falling, big shots, and so much quality at the end. You know, to get over the line there for Cavallo with a match-winning try.
Yeah, what a game it's been. Catalan keeping St Helens scoreless in the second half. The moment of the match for me, Artem Moore's try-saving tackle on Lewis Dodd. Matt Cavallo's try, the icing on the cake. And Catalan go top of the Super League table.